Has 2025 felt like a career challenge? Maybe you've faced uncertainty, stalled progress, or missed opportunities. But what if 2026 could be the year you earn a six-figure income and reshape the future for you and your family? I'm Rob Dianovich, a qualified career coach and a vocational educator. The reason why I've created this course is to empower 5,000 individuals to build better careers, better lives for themselves and their families. And maybe you can be one of them. Inside the video, you'll find 10 clear chapters, time-stamped for convenience. We'll cover career clarity, strategic planning, values alignment, market trends, and practical steps to move forward. If you still feel you need a coach after you've watched this free course, join my group coaching program. The link is in the description below. And if you know somebody who's navigating career change and needs help, please share this free course with them. Let's help more people build a future that they're proud of. So let's get started. Are you still asking yourself, what career suits me? Well, my friend, you're not alone. Thousands of Australians are stuck in roles that drains them because of uncertainty. So if you're looking for a path that finally aligns with who you are and what Australia's job market actually needs, this video cuts through the noise. Welcome, Rob from EWB here. In a career landscape that's shifting fast, think AI, sustainability, or hybrid work. It's never been more important to choose a career that reflects your strengths and sets you up for long-term success. So whether you're a graduate, mid-career professional, or just ready for a meaningful pivot, I've built a structured guide to help you find clarity, direction, and real opportunity. But first, let's start by tackling your 4 biggest career roadblocks. Number 1, lack of clarity. Many people simply don't know what suits them. Number 2, industry misconceptions. Some career paths aren't as stable or prestigious as you think. Number 3, skills mismatch, especially in growing fields like cybersecurity, AI, and sustainability. And number 4, fear of transition. Changing careers can feel risky even if you're unhappy. In order to overcome those roadblocks, let's walk through the career clarity framework. Step 1. Identify your strengths and interests. Ask yourself, what energizes me? What tasks feel effortless? Take a reliable career assessment and do a deep dive into Australia's high growth industries. Step 2. Explore career options and trends. Check out rising fields like healthcare, green energy, and AI strategy. Think about hybrid versus remote work. What suits your lifestyle best? And don't just chase salary, align it with purpose and values. Step 3. Gain experience and upskill strategically. Volunteer or take on short-term projects before committing. Use micro-credentials to build targeted skills. And remember, communication, adaptability, and leadership matter just as much as technical skills. Step 4. Network and find a mentor. Attend industry events or online forums. Reach out to a career coach for structured guidance. Start building your presence on LinkedIn. Connections lead to clarity. So here are a couple of examples. A Sydney-based hospitality manager pivoted into sustainability consulting after completing an environmental management short course. Another example, a Melbourne graduate in marketing upskilled with AI data analytics and landed a role in tech strategy. These were not overnight miracles, just smart, deliberate shifts backed by the right knowledge. So what can you do next? Explore your strengths, stay informed on hiring trends, network and upskill with purpose. Choosing the right career isn't about guessing. It's about making informed, strategic decisions. So if you're stuck in your career and need clarity, download my free Career Clarity Toolkit from the pinned comments below. It's designed to help you to better understand where you are and what steps to take next. If this guide helped you to think differently about your career path, or you have a story of your own, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear where you're headed next. So before you move on to the next video, please make sure you download that guide and complete it, because you'll find that that's going to help you immensely. It may help you to discover things that you are not aware of, and also gaps that you might need to consider in trying to fill. And remember, it's a free guide, so you've got nothing to lose. And I'll see you in chapter 2. What would you think if I told you that 3 industries will generate over half of Australia's new jobs by 2034? That sounds crazy, right? So if you're planning a career pivot, now's the time to tune in. My friend, Australia's labour market is shifting quickly. And today, I'll walk you through the industries set to dominate the job growth, plus the skills and pathways that will keep your career in demand. So let's break down the top 5 sectors driving our future workforce. The first one, healthcare and social assistance, adding 252,600 jobs with high demands for nurses, allied health professionals, aged care and disability support. Australia's ageing population and NDIS expansions are key drivers for this sector. The second, professional, scientific and technical services areas, leading the pack with 409,800 jobs. Think data analysts, engineers, legal advisors and consultants, all crucial to our innovation economy. The third sector, education and training, with 146,000 new roles for teachers, trainers and instructional designers. A booming sector responsible for skilling the future workforce. The fourth area, construction, experiencing strong growth, especially in infrastructure, housing and climate adapted projects. High value roles include project managers, tradies and sustainability experts. And the fifth sector, accommodation and food services, rebounding fast, creating opportunities for hospitality managers, chefs and tourism operators. Domestic travel is driving recovery post-pandemic. So what are the skills that matter? No matter the industry, future-focused Australians should strengthen these transferable skills, such as digital literacy, essential across every modern role, communication and collaboration, especially in education, care and services. And the third, problem solving and adaptability, vital in tech, creative and hybrid careers. Qualifications and pathways is key to keep your career progressing. So what is it that you should consider? Bachelor level degrees will dominate healthcare, education and professional sectors. TAFE and RTO qualifications remain strong in construction, hospitality and community services. Over 90% of projected job growth will require post-secondary education. And here's the future forward twist. Jobs and Skills Australia recommends blending vet and higher education pathways. Flexible, stackable learning supports career agility and lifelong growth. I get it that choosing a career can be tough. It took me a long time to identify what is it that I wanted to do and pursue. After a lot of trial and error, I finally found what I loved. And I've been very fortunate that my career has taken me to a number of different places and I've met wonderful people along the way. As a result of all the skills development and experience I've earned over the years, I've often found that I've been rarely out of work. So in order to save you a lot of time and money, what I've done is created a Career Clarity Toolkit. It's a guide to help you to navigate the Australian job market and to identify your strengths and where you should be next. The guide is free and I'll leave a link in the description below. If you prefer something more tailored, book a free 30-minute consultation with me and let's map out your next move. So if you're feeling frustrated or stuck in your career, reach out today. Don't let it pull you down because I'm here to help. I'm curious to know which growth industry surprised you the most and how are you preparing to respond? Drop a comment below, I'm curious to know. Now before you move on to the third chapter, why don't you download the Career Clarity Toolkit because what it's done is it's based on a career theory principle to help you identify things such as where are your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and what are your threats, and also just to give you that little bit more clarity about what potential areas you could consider going in and whether or not you actually need a career coach or not. I've added the link below where you can find the toolkit, so do take the time to download that free resource and complete it, and I'll see you in Chapter 3. Career transition isn't just about finding a new job. It's about reframing your values. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 3 steps on how to identify your transferable skills, align them with market demands, and structure your next move with clarity. So let's dive in. So what is the real challenge here? I have found that many professionals feel stuck, and it's not because they lack skills, but because their values aren't legible to the current market. An example of this is Sarah. She was an education manager who led national rollouts, built scalable training systems, and coached teams through change. But her job applications kept getting filtered out. She wasn't being seen for the strategic thinker that she was. So once she mapped her transferable skills and reframed her story, she landed a strategic role in workforce planning, a role that didn't even exist 5 years ago. Her success wasn't luck. It was clarity, structure, and alignment. So let's look at step 1, identifying transferable skills. Your most valuable skills aren't often listed in your job title. They're embedded in how you solve problems. Let's say, for example, you were a training director. You might have led a national compliance rollout. But it's just not admin, right? It's strategic planning, stakeholder engagement, and change management. Or maybe you're a YouTube strategist, sequencing playlists for engagement. That's audience psychology and data fluency, skills that transfer to marketing, UX, or content strategy. So when you audit your roles and group your skills by function, like communication, analysis, or tech fluency, you start to see patterns. Here you can use the STAR method to surface achievements that show impact, not just activity, which can help you with behavioral questions in interviews. In order to tease out some of these transferable skills that you may not be aware of, ask yourself the following questions. What do people ask you for help with? What achievements energized you most? And what systems do you naturally optimize? By answering these questions, you might find additional transferable skills that you've never been aware of. Moving on to step 2, how to evaluate your market fit. Skills are only powerful when they're aligned with market demand. Let's say you're eyeing a workforce consultant role. It needs data storytelling and stakeholder reporting. So you could be 80% there. You might just need to upskill in using Power BI, for example. Or maybe you're targeting the role of a digital content architect. If you've built modular content systems and understand SEO, you're already 90% aligned. You might just need to brush up on schema markups. So the main lesson here is scan job boards, analyze trends, and map your gaps. You'll often find that you're closer to strategic roles than you think, especially if you're systemized. You work or lead cross-functional projects. Here are 3 questions you can ask yourself to tease out additional skills that you may not be aware of. For example, where do you exceed market expectations? What roles excite you, even if you're not fully qualified? What industries value ethical, systemized content? By answering those questions, it can help you to identify what further skills you may need. In step 3, we look at how we structure the move. Career clarity isn't just a mindset, it's a system. Here's a clarity statement that one client used. I help education providers scale copyright safe content ecosystems by designing modular workflows and ethical attribution systems. That statement becomes the backbone of her resume, LinkedIn, and outreach strategy. Through having that clarity, organizations will have a clearer picture of what is it that you're about and how can you help them for the future. So if you're looking to transition from one organization to another, consider breaking down your transition into milestones. For example, in month 1, consider undertaking a skills audit and market scan. For month 2, undertake an asset refresh and outreach. For example, do some additional training courses to upskill yourself in the gaps that you've identified from your first month. Month 3, pilot project or freelance work. Undertake some additional work that you may not be familiar with in order to gain some more experience. Remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Small wins validate your direction and build momentum. Consider asking yourself the following questions. What story does your LinkedIn profile tell you today? And what should it tell you tomorrow? Who can offer insight or referrals? And what small wins can validate your new direction? Your career story is more than a list of tasks. It's a system of value. Every successful transition I've seen started with reframing, not rewriting. When you clarify your strengths, align with market needs, and structure your next move, you stop chasing roles, but rather attract them. So use this framework to pivot with purpose. And if you want support mapping your next move, reach out. In the description below, you'll find my booking link. I'm curious to know what stood out in this video for you today and what are you going to try next? Please comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear what your process is and how you went. So as you can see from that video, my friend, it's all about LinkedIn optimization. Think about the gold mine of the nuggets that you found in that video. It's all about finding those keywords that you can use in order to add them into your LinkedIn profile that also resonate in your resumes. Remember, a resume and a cover letter are just one aspect of the process of getting your foot in the door. You still need to make sure that people can see what you've done on LinkedIn, and then that will guide you to get that initial interview. The key is to try to get that interview. So if you need to, rewatch that video again and make sure that you can optimize your resume, your cover letter and LinkedIn with those keywords. And one other final tip there, LinkedIn can also help you to expose yourself to recruiters and help to identify organizations that meet the values that you're looking for. And I'll see you in the next chapter. Are you still not sure about the job that you want? Or maybe you're thinking about switching careers, but just don't know where to start. Stick around. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top skills that Australian employers are looking for right now and how you can start building those skills if you don't have them at the moment. So there's no jargon, no guesswork, just real advice that works. Imagine you can look at 5 different industries and not have to worry about a degree, especially if you're looking to transition into a new career today. So let's get started. The first area I want to talk about is tech and digital skills. So tech jobs are growing fast. In-demand roles in this sector includes AI and machine learning specialists, cybersecurity analysts, data scientists and engineers, cloud architects and software developers. Why does it matter? The Tech Council forecasts that they're going to require 650,000 new tech workers by 2030. AI alone could add 315 billion to GDP, but only if we build the talent pipeline. So consider enrolling in micro-credentials or build a GitHub portfolio or contribute to open source projects. Recently, I helped someone who worked in retail but loved solving problems. She took a short online course, built a simple website and got hired as a junior data assistant. You don't need to be a tech expert, you just need to start small, build something and show you can learn. Another area is to consider green energy jobs. Australia's building more solar farms and wind turbines. That means more jobs in clean energy. In-demand roles for green energy and sustainability includes renewable energy technicians, environmental compliance officers, battery and hydrogen specialists, clean manufacturing engineers. So why does this matter? New South Wales renewable energy zones and the Future Made in Australia policy are fueling thousands of new jobs. So think about exploring free TAFE pathways in clean energy and trades. Volunteer with local sustainability projects to build experience. One young tradie I worked with switched from regular construction to installing solar panels. He got trained through free TAFE and now works on big energy projects. So if you're the type of person that likes hands-on work and cares about the planet, green energy is a great path. The next area is care and support work. It's no secret we need more people to help others in aged care, disability support, and early childhood education. Although there are some challenges in this sector at the moment, I expect that these will improve over time and the sector will provide a lot of opportunities. In-demand roles for career, economy and human services include aged and disability carers, mental health support workers, early childhood educators and welfare officers. So why does this matter? Over 36,000 aged care roles and 11,000 childcare roles are projected by 2025. Demand is high, but recognition and retention remain challenges. Use free TAFE for Cert 3 and 4 in community services. Build empathy-based star stories for applications. A woman I recently coached used to work in admin. She would regularly help at her local youth centre. After our discussion, she did a short course and now works in mental health support. So consider, if you're kind and good with people, this work can be really rewarding. You don't need a long degree, just start with a certificate and build from there. A fourth area is trades and construction. In-demand roles for construction and skilled trades include electricians, plumbers, civil engineers, construction managers, renewable infrastructure installers. Why does this matter? Housing targets and energy transition requires 130,000 plus new workers by 2029. Electricians alone may need 32,000 or more by 2030. Ways to build your skills include fast-track trade recognition via advanced entry trades training or use regional incentives for relocation and apprenticeships. Be sure to highlight reliability and safety in applications to meet top employer concerns. Trades are solid jobs that won't be replaced by robots. If you like practical work, this could be your future. A fifth area is education and training. Teachers and trainers are needed more than ever, especially in early childhood and support roles. Demand in education and training includes early childhood teachers, education aides, and vocational trainers. Education remains a cornerstone of workforce planning, so consider leveraging Certificate 3 and 4 in education support, build a portfolio of lesson plans or coaching materials, and use LinkedIn to connect with educators and showcase thought leadership. A former cafe manager I coached moved into education support. She used her people skills and now helps kids in a local school. If you've ever helped somebody learn something, you've got the basics. Start with the Certificate 3 or 4 and build your confidence from there. As a bonus, here is another area that you may consider. Jobs like delivery driving, warehouse work and admin support are still strong, and they're less likely to be replaced by AI. In-demand roles include delivery drivers, warehouse staff, ICT support officers, accountants and admin managers. Why it matters? AI disruption is pushing workers towards trades and logistics sectors less vulnerable to automation. Consider upskilling in inventory systems or fleet management. Use job ad keywords to tailor resumes for precision targeting and explore regional roles for faster career progression. A warehouse worker I supported learned how to use inventory software and got promoted. He didn't change careers, he just leveled up. Sometimes you don't need to switch jobs. You just need to learn something new and grow where you are. My friend, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one small step. Learn one new skill and ask for help when you need it. So if you're unsure in what to do next, book a free 30-minute chat with me. The link is in the description below. Alternatively, feel free to download my Career Clarity Toolkit to help you figure things out. Time, my friend, can be a very precious gift, and the sooner you start, the quicker you're going to be able to help yourself and your family. Focus on capability, and aligning with Australia's evolving needs. One of the scariest things, my friend, is to think about what happens if I'm in an industry that is slowly dying. You need to make sure that you're flexible and adaptable and can make those changes. One thing you can do is have a look at Jobs and Skills Australia and identify the trends in where the jobs are growing and where are they in decline. This will help you to pick up the trend early enough and allow you the time in order to upskill yourself in order to move into a new role. And my friend, it's never too late to change. I'll add the link to Jobs and Skills Australia below. And I'll see you in the next chapter. Are you feeling stuck in your career transition? Well, my friend, you're not alone. Whether you're training, switching industries, or starting fresh, the journey can feel overwhelming. But what if you had a system that turns uncertainty into strategy? Today, I'll walk you through a goal-setting toolkit that's helped thousands of Australians to gain clarity and confidence. These 5 points that I'm going to share will hopefully help you get onto the right path. So let's get started. Point 1. Career change needs structure. Career transitions aren't just about updating your resume, they're about redefining your direction. Take Sarah, a mid-career professional who left hospitality during the pandemic. She knew she wanted to move into UX design, but had no idea where to start. She was applying randomly, getting no responses, and losing confidence fast. That's because without structure, career change becomes guesswork. That's why we use goal-setting frameworks like SMART goals and OKRs to turn vague ambition into measurable progress. So what is SMART? SMART stands for specific, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for relevant, and T for time-based. So for specific, your goal needs to be direct, detailed, and meaningful. At measurable, your goal is quantifiable to track progress or success. At attainable, your goal is realistic and you have the tools and/or resources to obtain it. At relevant, your goals align with your mission. And at time-based, your goal has a deadline. So how does OKRs work? 1. You need to define the objective. Set a broad aspirational goal. 2. Set key results. For example, define 2 to 5 specific measurable outcomes that will prove the objective has been met. 3. Track progress. For example, monitor the key results regularly, often on a quarterly basis, maybe even sooner depending on what it is that you're trying to measure. And 4. Review and adapt. Adjust the OKRs as needed based on performance and changing environments. What are the benefits? It provides strategic alignment. It connects individuals and team efforts to organizational goals. Focus. It limits the number of objectives to ensure that you concentrate on the most important priorities. Accountability, which creates clear expectations of what needs to be achieved. And engagement in empowering you in the goal setting process and see how it works and contributes to your success. Point 2. SMART versus OKR. 2 tools, 1 strategy. SMART goals help you execute, but OKRs help you evolve. I worked with a client named James, who was pivoting from logistics into digital marketing. His SMART goal was to complete a Certificate 4 by June. His OKR was a little bit different. His objective, become job ready for entry-level marketing roles. His key results? 1. Build 3 portfolio projects. 2. Network with 10 professionals. And 3. Apply to 15 roles by August. So here you can see SMART goals gives you clarity, but OKRs give you direction. You can use both to layer short-term wins with long-term growth. Point 3. Use a script to stay focused. Writing your goals down isn't optional, it's essential. Priya, a career changer from retail to tech, used this exact script. I am Priya, transitioning from retail to UX design. My SMART goal is to complete a UI bootcamp by October 15. My objective? Become job ready for entry-level UX roles. Key results: 1. Build 3 portfolio projects. 2. Conduct 5 informal interviews. And 3. Apply to 10 roles by December. When you write your goals with intention, you're creating a roadmap. You stop reacting and start leading your transition. Point 4, track progress weekly. Momentum comes from measurement. One of my coaching clients used a simple benchmark table to track weekly wins. For example, week 1, boot camp enrolled. Week 2, first project started. Week 3, applied for 3 roles. Even when rejections came in, he had data, not just feelings, to guide his next move. Use a weekly tracker. Celebrate progress. Adjust with purpose. Career change can take time. It may not be instant. And point 5, feedback is fuel. If you're not getting feedback, you're flying blind. A client once told me, "Rob, I've sent out 50 resumes and heard nothing." We rewrote her outreach message to ask for input instead of opportunity. How can you do this? Here's a script, for example. "Hi, I'm refining my career direction. Could you share one strength you see in my profile, one area I could improve, and any industries you think I'd suit?" She got replies, she got clarity, and she got hired. You have to remember, my friend, feedback is not failure, but fuel. Ask for it, use it, and grow from it. A final point here. You don't need perfect clarity to start. You just need a system. Every career changer I've worked with has started with uncertainty. What made the difference wasn't knowing everything, but a commitment to a process. Use SMART goals for execution. Use OKRs for evolution. Use the scripts I provided to stay focused, and use the feedback to refine. And that's how you build career momentum. Drop a comment below and let me know, what are your career goals over the next 30 days? Let me know how successful you were with the scripts. And if you're still struggling to find the right career for you, don't forget, in the pinned comments below, you can organize a free 30-minute consultation so that you can get that clarity sooner rather than later. So my friend, let's take a moment to pause. You've made it halfway through. Well done. By now you've explored career clarity, values alignment, and early planning steps. So if you're feeling motivated but unsure how to apply this to your unique situation, that's where my group coaching comes in. During the process, you'll gain personalized guidance, peer accountability, strategic planning tailored to your specific goals, and support navigating real-world challenges. Imagine entering 2026 or continuing through 2026 with a clear plan, renewed confidence, and a support system behind you. That's what this program is designed to deliver. Click on the link below to learn more and join. It's time to move from planning to action. Now back to the rest of the chapters. Have you ever sat at your desk and thought, is this job really for me? Well, my friend, you're not alone in that one. That question might be the most important question you ask yourself this year, because staying in the wrong job doesn't just waste time. It can drain your energy, mess with your confidence, and stop you from growing. In today's video, I'll show you how to spot the signs that your job isn't the right fit, share a real story from one of my clients, and give you the tools to move forward. So let's start with something simple. Finding the right job isn't just about liking what you do or getting paid well. It's about how your job matches well with your strengths, values, and goals. Let me tell you about Daniel. He worked in logistics for a large company. He was great at solving problems and keeping things moving, but every day he felt like he was just ticking boxes. He didn't hate his job, he just felt stuck. We did a careers test called Morrisby, and it showed he had strong spatial and abstract thinking skills. He was wired for strategy, planning, and systems design, not just day-to-day operations. Within a few months, Daniel moved into a new role, where he could lead projects, improve systems, and think long-term. Now, he feels like his work actually fits who he is. Here's what Daniel's story shows us. Sometimes the problem isn't the job, it's the fit. You might be in a role that doesn't match your strengths or values, and that can make you feel stuck, even if everything looks fine on the outside. That's why I use tools like Morrisby, goal-setting plans, and career maps to help people turn confusion into clear direction. So if this resonates with you, hit pause and write down one signal you've noticed in your own career. So here are a couple of questions you can ask yourself. Do your tasks match your strengths? Does your workplace culture support growth? And are you developing or just maintaining your skills? Bookmark this moment. It might be the start of something big. Now it's your turn, my friend. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing about your job that just doesn't feel right? And let me know why. Career satisfaction isn't static. It's a dynamic relationship of who you are and what you do. By checking with the data, reflection, and strategic tools like Morrisby, you can course correct before burnout or disengagement sets in. Now you might say, Rob, I don't really care. I just need to get a job so I can earn money. And that's okay. But remember that burnout is a real thing. It could lead to depression. It could impact your family. It could impact your livelihood. So don't let that get to you when help is around the corner. So if you need help and want to try the Morrisby test, click on the link in the description and let me know. My friend, I've seen it quite often where job roles evolve, and what you originally started in can actually change along the way. It might not be the job that you originally intended to work in, and things can change based around technology changes, changes of management around you, changes of people around you. And just because these changes happen, don't feel that you have to stay in this role. Based on the video you've just watched, you can use this time to reflect and identify, is this for me or is there something different out there for me? It could just be the case that you've just evolved so much that your skills are exceeding that role as well. By undertaking the Morrisby test, I can help you to identify if this is still for you or if there's something else that's better. So don't forget to check out the description below. And I'll see you in the next chapter. If you're feeling stuck in your career, unsure what's next, or wondering if there's something better out there, this video, my friend, is for you. Because today, I'm not only going to show you how to explore new roles and industries, I'm going to show you how to do it strategically, using tools that actually work. Here is the truth. Most people don't explore career options. They escape into them. They jump one job to the next without clarity, hoping that something will click. But career exploration is not about guessing. It's about mapping. And when you use the right tools, ask the right questions, and talk to the right people, you don't just find a job, you build a future that fits. Let me tell you about Sarah. She was working in admin support, burnt out, and convinced she had no transferable skills. She almost enrolled in a random diploma just to escape. Instead, we ran her through the Morrisby profile. It turned out she had high verbal reasoning, strong empathy, and a preference for a structured environment. That pointed us towards jobs in compliance, project coordination, and even vocational education. She used yourcareer.gov.au to compare roles, did 2 informal interviews, and realised she didn't need a full career change, just a strategic pivot. And 6 months later, she's thriving in a career coordinator's role, using her strengths daily, and she didn't waste time or money chasing the wrong path. Here's what Sarah's story teaches us. Career clarity isn't found, it's built. And you build it through 3 steps. Step 1, profile your strengths and interests. Use tools like Morrisby, My Future, or Explore Careers. And ask, what energizes me? What environments do I thrive in? Step 2, map variable roles and industries. Use your career.gov.au and Jobs and Skills Australia. Compare adjacent roles, training pathways, and global potential. Step 3, validate through real conversations. Set up informational interviews. Ask professionals, what's the reality of this role? What skills matters most? And when you follow this process, you stop chasing job titles and start building a career that best fits you. If this gave you a fresh way to look at your career, tap the like and subscribe below. Drop a comment below and let me know where you feel stuck in your career. If you want help working through it, I offer a 30-minute free consultation. The link is in the description below. And as a bonus, I've also added the link to the Morrisby testing. If you're curious about it and want to know how it works, and if it's something that's right for you. Do make sure to try those platforms out for yourself and see how it works for you. If you're still finding it challenging in understanding where to go or what to look, as part of my group coaching program, I guide you through this process of identifying what it is that you need to look for. Don't forget, the rest of the links are down below in the description as well. I'll see you in the next chapter. Are you over the age of 45 and wondering whether it's too late to change careers? Well, let me stop you right there, because it's not. In fact, this might be the most powerful chapter in your working life, if you just know how to turn the page. I have coached a number of mature professionals across Australia, and I've seen it firsthand. Age is not a barrier. It's actually a leverage. So if you're feeling stuck, burnt out, or just ready for something more meaningful, this video, my friend, is for you. Let's start with the truth. Industries shift, values evolve, and you're not done growing. What matters at 30 might not resonate at 55, and that's okay. In fact, mature learners often outperform younger ones in vocational settings. Why? Because you bring focus, life experience, and emotional intelligence, qualities employers are actively looking for. And with Australia's workforce evolving, sectors like aged care, education, and digital services are booming. So don't think you're behind, you're right on time. Here's a simple 5-step roadmap I use with my coaching clients to help them move forward and clarify with confidence. Step 1. Reflect and reframe. Think about, what do you want more of? Purpose, flexibility, impact. Use tools like Morrisby profiling to clarify your strengths and ideal work environments. Step 2. Explore viable pathways. Visit the Mature Age Hub or yourcareer.gov.au to explore retraining options. Fee-free TAFE courses are available in high-demand industries like IT, aged care, and trades. Step 3. Upskill strategically. Short courses and micro-credentials are a great way to test the waters. And if tech feels intimidating, Career Transitioning Assistance offers digital literacy support tailored to Australians over 45. Step 4. Rebrand and reconnect. Update your resume and LinkedIn to reflect your transferable skills. Join age-friendly networks like Wise Employment or COAC to connect with supportive employers. And Step 5. Apply with purpose. Target roles that align with your values. Use STAR responses to showcase achievements. And if you're entrepreneurial, self-employment assistance can help you launch or grow a business. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed and not sure what to do, that, my friend, is completely normal. But the great thing is, you don't have to do this alone. As a strategic career coach and a Morrisby certified practitioner, I help mature professionals realign their career with clarity, confidence, and purpose. I get it. Being over 45 can be really scary, especially if you've got a young family and you want to make sure you do the best by them and by yourself. At this time, you might be in a job that you really don't enjoy, or you're just feeling really stuck. And with that, it can cause anger, stress, and anxiety. So whether you're thinking about retraining, repositioning your skills, or seeking something more meaningful, I can offer you career fit profiling, modular transition planning, personal branding, and HR strategy coaching. Please remember, my friend, your experience isn't a limitation. It's your leverage, so let's make it work for you. I offer a free 30-minute consultation, and in the description below, you'll find a link where you can make a booking to see if I can help you. One thing I beg you not to do to yourself is say, I'm too old to start again. You need to take that negative thinking out of your brain. And there is a difference between impossible and improbable. What I mean by that is, let's say you want to become a doctor. Now, it might be improbable, but there are other ways to get into the medical field. That is the example I'm trying to portray, and you can use this in many different industries. So don't give up, let's just repivot. And I'll see you in the next chapter. Are you close to reaching 40 or maybe over that age? And wondering, is your next job going to be better or just another compromise? This video, my friend, is for you. Because choosing the right career isn't just about finding work. It's about a future that works for you and your family. Today, we're comparing Australia's top career platforms. These include Seek, Career One, Indeed, LinkedIn, My Future, Jora, and Workforce Australia. But we're not just listing features, we're asking, which platform saves you the most time? Which one costs you the least? And which one gives you the greatest opportunities to grow, learn, and lead? Let me tell you about Chris. He was 52, recently made redundant, and unsure where to start. He spent weeks scrolling through Seek and Indeed. Hundreds of jobs, but nothing felt right. But then he tried Career One. Its AI matched him to senior operational roles that he hadn't even considered. He updated his LinkedIn profile, joined a few industry groups, and within 2 weeks, he was interviewed. Today, he's not just employed, he's mentoring others through Workforce Australia's advisory program. So here's what Chris did right and what you can do as well. Use Seek for volume and visibility. Use Career One for precision and time-saving AI. Use LinkedIn to build credibility and attract recruiters. Use My Futures for long-term planning, especially if study and retraining is on the table. Use Jora for casual or flexible roles, and use Workforce Australia for support, training, or a fresh start. The best part about all this, most of these platforms are free, and the ones that take time, like LinkedIn, pay you back in opportunities. Here you can take a screenshot of the screen to compare the different platforms, what they're best for, whether they're time savers or not, what the costs are, and what opportunity you are expecting to get out of them. So tell me, which platform surprised you the most? Which one will you try first? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear what's working for you. I'll add all the links from the platforms we discussed today down in the description below. And don't forget, if you're still stuck, you can always reach out for a free 30-minute consultation. You'll find the link below in the description. So here's the challenge, my friend. One of the things that you have to combat against these days is application tracking systems. A lot of recruiters use them these days, and you need to understand how to format your resume, your cover letters, and present your information in a way that can get you to the interview stage. During the group coaching sessions, I help guide you through this process so that way you understand in how to apply it yourself. It allows you to manage your own career in your own way. So if you need help with this, reach out and let me know. And I'll see you in the next chapter. If you're over 30 and wondering whether to chase your passion or stick with what's practical, stop scrolling. This decision shapes your financials and your family's future. And today, I'll help you make it strategically and not emotionally. As a qualified strategic career coach working with mature Australians in career change, I've helped many Australians rebuild their finances through effective career management. And in today's video, we're going to discuss, is it a good idea to follow your passion or focus on practicality? To help you, we're going to look at what real tools you can use. We're going to hear about what other people have done. And by the end of this video, you'll have a framework that will save you time, cost you less, and opens the greatest opportunities. Here's the truth, my friend. Passion feels good, but practicality pays the bills. But did you know that the best career decisions aren't about choosing one? They're about a future where both can thrive. So the question isn't which one, but how do I blend them both in that works best for me, my finances and my family? Let me tell you about Chris, a former tradesman in his 50s who felt burnt out, but he had a passion for mentoring younger workers. Now he thought about quitting and starting a coaching business, but instead we used a tool called Explore Career Pathways, a free government resource, to map his existing skills and roles in vocational education and training and compliance. So he didn't abandon practicality, he repositioned it. And within months, he landed a part-time training role, started mentoring on the side, and built a pathway that honoured his passion and paid his bills. There was no expensive training, no risky leap, just strategic clarity. So here's what Chris did right and what you can do too. Use Explore Career Pathways to identify in-demand roles that align with your current skill set. Apply a SWOT-style lens to compare passion-driven paths versus practical ones. And choose the path that saves you the most time, costs you the least, and opens the most doors. Passion becomes practical when it's positioned strategically, and practicality becomes fulfilling when it's layered with purpose. So what is the verdict, my friend? Lead with practicality, layer in passion, test, refine, and scale. This isn't a compromise, it's a design. And if you're building a future for yourself and your family, this approach gives you the greatest return with the least amount of risk. So if you're ready to explore your own pivot, I've added the link Explore Career Pathways in the description below. It's free, easy to use, and surprisingly insightful. And if this video has sparked something for you, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear where you're at and whether you're leaning towards passion or practicality or something in between. Well, my friend, you've just completed Essential Career Planning for 2026. And that's no small thing. You've taken time to reflect, plan, and invest in your future. That tells me you're serious about building a career and a life that you're proud of. I created this course because my mission is to empower 5,000 people to take control of their careers and create lasting impacts for themselves and their families. So if you're happy to go deeper, I'd love to support you in my group coaching program. You'll get personalized guidance and a community that's moving forward together. The description is in the link below. Check it and see if it's the right next step for you. And if this course helped you, please share it with friends, colleagues, and family members who might benefit from it too. Let's grow this movement together. And if you're still unsure about what a career coach does, watch this next video to give you a full explanation.